So we see that the further away these objects are moving from us. And how do we measure those distances? Well, we've talked about that. We use Cepheid variable stars, and for more extreme distances, we use type 1a supernovae to measure these distances. Recall the standard candles. And so the further and further and further away we get, the closer and closer to the speed of light we get. So now we have to deal with relativistic effects, which is pretty mind-boggling all by itself. But here's the other thing that's kind of a takeaway here. Visible light, we've talked about visible light. That is just a very, very narrow slice out of the electromagnetic spectrum. And it doesn't take a lot of imagination to see that you could get to a point in velocity where visible light is redshifted down to the point where it's no longer in that visible light spectrum at all. And contrary-wise, we can see that electromagnetic radiation up in X-ray and ultraviolet and gamma ray range, that can be dragged down to a point where it does become visible light. So this is another reason why astronomy is pushing toward more and more in the way of observations outside the visible light spectrum, because there's so much information that is otherwise going to just literally go right past us. So this is just one of the reasons why X-ray telescopes and radio telescopes are going to be increasingly important in the years to come. So I just thought I'd leave with that thought.